Hi! Hello ladies, gents, and certifiably insane cockmongers. Let's do our arena run. Let's continue it and maybe make it go far. The previous game still bothers the crap out of me, by the way. I feel like I should have won that one. That I threw it away by giving up so many cards with the dude. The Blessing of Wisdom that happened. But we have a fantastic hand right here. This is as good as hand as it gets. So let's see what Caller. Let's see what Caller. What possesses a person to... What possesses a person to pick this as their username? Perhaps it's Kurt Caesar Collar, and they are that imaginative. I guess we're going to dagger here and murder that thing. Pretty upsetting that he had an upgrade to get rid of that, but honestly, if he used up an upgrade to get rid of a 1 mana minion and then have a 1/3, not terribly concerned, you see. I think we want to put out the Grave Shambler and make it a 5/5. We have the Shadow Blade to use next, and this 5/5 should go pretty uncontested in this pitiful board. And of course we did not want to damage this because it will make a freaking ghoul. I like this card. It's 3 mana though, it's a little too overpriced. If it was 2 mana it would be super duper overpowered, but as it stands it is, I guess, decently powered. We're going to kill it because otherwise I will have a real bad time. So, Quest and Adventure Journey Below, I think is a no-brainer here. Especially since I have no other play. And we need to... Ooh, Aya. These are great for their own purposes, but it will be silly not to pick Aya, my beautiful waifu. I am into pandas, don't judge me. Actually, this is what officially ruined World of Warcraft. I mean, it was going down, but this pandas is what officially ruined World of Warcraft. You got a Blood Razor. He had to kill the Quest and Adventurer. I'm okay with this. He does get to kill this thing too, unless I get to destroy a dagger, which I think I'm gonna do. If only to save this guy. I think that makes sense. Even though it puts me behind in tempo, I'm going to do it. Whoopla. I mean, I waste a lot. Don't get me wrong. It might be the wrong choice, but it saves a 6/4. It leaves a 6/4 on the board. I think that is worthy of what I just did. And it didn't really waste any resources. If anything, it was just slow. This is an okay betrayal. No, that's silly. Don't let me be so silly. Here comes Aya. Or is she going to come? Is Aya going to come? I don't know, man. One way or another, that needs to die. The Abomination gets rid of everything. There's the Whirlwind effect. 2 damage. It does save the 6/4. Aya is a more standard kind of thing. But this saves the 6/4. We're going to do it. Go face. Pow! Just doing that insane amount of damage. This is looking like a pretty damn good one. He still has an enormous taunt minion right there, and I don't really have a means to kill it. So here's hoping that this thing survives long enough to kill whatever the hell that is. I am assuming it's a bot creeper. That is, I don't know, man. I don't know if that was the right choice. But I guess he just really wants to get rid of it. I don't blame him for needing... Yeah, there's a bot creeper. So that is slightly upsetting, but we do get to cast a 9/9. I can kill it. It does mean taking... Yeah, put a 9/9 on the board.
Here we go.
Do I have the math right? I don't have the math right. I almost do it. I almost did it and take way too much damage. If he has a whirlwind effect, I am super dead though. I cannot afford to take 19 damage to the face. Looking for a good betrayal, I guess. This is definitely not a done deal. Let's hope he has no whirlwind effect. We're going to leave that up. And if it goes to crap, well, that's too bad, I suppose. Wow, that is balls of steel right there. Ooh. Please put it on the 1-1. Please put it on the 1-1. Because that will make a fantastic fan of Nice Betrayal. On the 1-1. Come on, come on. Yeah! 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 That's good. Fan of... No! Betrayal first. There we go. Fan of knives. And Prince Caliseth right here. I need to kill that thing. Like, I cannot afford to take that kind of damage. And that's a 1-2. With one card in hand. I'm going to keep this sword. You never know, it might help me out. And, you know, if it's not lethal, why go for it? Makes no sense at all. Okay, don't have a Arcanite Reaper. That will be very upsetting. Not like it will be a giant problem, but... Ooh. We want to combo that. Almost to lethal. Not quite there. I mean, we can kill it with a weapon, though. I think I would rather leave this. Yeah, I would rather leave the Battle Spine for something worthy. We're just going to take this route. Might not be the right choice. But we have a fat-ass board. I think that was the safe bet. Even if he has Gromash, Will Enabler. Well, he has that. He needs exactly that, in fact. So, unless he has that, we totally won this game. Not enough, right? Yeah, we have the damage to destroy this fool. Good stuff, Kukoler. Well played. I'm not going to say anything. If you don't say anything, if the enemy doesn't say anything, it's because they're probably real salty. And telling them something is only going to make them saltier. If they're not assholes, I am not in the business of making people salty. So, move on to the next one. I will say though, we were stupidly close to losing the previous game. If that Scalebane hadn't put the 3 damage on the dude in the middle, we would have lost handily to that Bog Creeper. So that's how close it was. And again, I don't remember a single instance where I misplayed. There was the instance where I took it real slow. Oh wow, this is bad. This is a terrible hand. There was the instance of taking it real slow to saving the 6-4, but even then I don't think that was a bad choice whatsoever. So it's just the luck, man. There's at least 30% of this game is getting lucky. For example, look at my hand right now. This is not a lucky hand. We have almost every single 5-drop in my deck right now. Thankfully, he has a very slow start. I will journey below for a 2-drop. No such thing. The 4-Kidnapper. Harvest Golem. They're all very equivalent. Since we are hoping to enable that Lucky Do, probably the Deadly Fork has it. Now we're going to go for the good old Harvest Golem. I'm not going to count on the Lucky Dude doing a damn thing. You could also have argued maybe keep the Journey Below for the Vile Spine combo and have that amazing tempo swing later on. But I think I would rather just put something on the board next turn. I don't see myself. I am seeing myself drawing this Bone Mare right here. So I don't know if it will work out. That guy, while annoying, he's not going to be much of an issue. Harvest Golem or Razorfen? Razorfen gets kind of destroyed by everything. It doesn't matter. They're kind of equivalent. Not going to attack that. Honestly, we can not ignore it. Like, he's not going to do anything. I was only going to go face. Not going to ignore it, but here's hoping that I can Vile Spine it away. Just have it disappear. Wow, he actually was able to play something. It's a reasonable thing to do, to play the Vile Spine Slayer and then Shadowcast it. And in fact, I think I'm going to do just that. Because we kind of need to get something going. And I don't see how I can possibly combo both from the hand. So we're going to just put that down. I am okay with nothing happening. Take 4 more damage plus whatever the hell he has in hand. And, oh, that sucks. That's bullshit. Really wanted to Shadowcast that. Of course, no longer an option. At the very least, we get to heal with the Cult Apothecary. This is starting to get out of hand. Only 6, though. You could even say, just Shadowcast the freaking Golem. You get more bodies on the board. That might be the way to go about this. Since there's no way I can possibly assassinate now anymore. It needs 2 more turns to be able to assassinate that. It will be too damn late. I'll Shadowcast it and then don't play it. Maybe that's what I should have done on turn 5. I'm just going to hit that for reasons. And now I'm able to... That's what I should have done in turn 5. Shadowcast the Golem. And then I would have been able to assassinate that earlier. Too bad, man. I did not realize that was a line. I probably... Not probably, but it is likely that it will be what ends up killing me. Not getting enough stuff on the board quickly enough. That's okay. This is a fantastic Cult Apothecary, but I think we can go 1 more turn. We can go 1 more turn. There you go. Another Vile Spine to destroy that. Just keep causing damage here. This dagger has been completely useless. And here's hoping he doesn't have 6 damage in hand. If he has a Bloodlust, I'm destroyed. If he had a Bloodlust, he will have used it by now. So he has a good chance of killing me here. But if he doesn't, we can mount a comeback. So this card, while it destroys your turn 4, which it didn't for him, he actually did have something to play. It destroys most of your turn 4s, but if you can't deal with it, it can be a real problem. Like we have right now. Oh, wow. He second best rolled that. Not great, but it does give me a much bigger heal. Okay, and he's deciding to trade, which is fantastic. Really could use that trade. The extra health. What? Well, now we're dead. Well, that evolve completely destroyed me. Damn, that was awful. That was super painful. Nothing much I can do now. He even got a taunt. I mean, we did heal to almost full. But I feel like a fool for the way this went. There's nothing I can do here. There's nothing I can do. Going to do that for maybe we get Fan of Knives and we can kill those 1 health minions, but even then that just completely wrecked me. What I think my big mistake was not playing Shadowcaster on the Golem on turn 5. Holy crap. Not playing Shadowcaster on the Golem on turn 5, that was what totally pushed me out of the game. Probably would have still been a disaster, because that evolve, I don't think I could have dealt with it one way or another. But, it would have been a little bit more of a contested game, as opposed to a massacre of poor Blargo over here. Talking myself in the third person, because that's just how I roll. Here you go. Oh boy, here's a 9-9. Go fuck yourself, make a 40. That's very disappointing. I'm tempted to keep this 4-drop just to maybe get a semblance of an early game, but we kind of need to do something like this. Coin Vilespine is great. And then we just need to draw the Betrayal. Maybe we get another super nuts game like the first one with the Warlock. Either way, I think I'm going to keep the Journey Below for combo purposes. We don't need anything right now. We have a good curve, so just pass. And he didn't have a turn 1 play, so it's not like we're desperate. That's fine. I'm okay with this. Absolutely daggering. Hoping for an explosive trap. Of course you wouldn't. But maybe Magic Ship is insane. And he will play an explosive trap on an empty board with a rogue. You never know. Well, that's terrible. Thankfully though, I do have the Shadow Blade. Not like it matters too much, but... Oh no, wait. Yeah, I can coin... Next turn I can totally coin the Vilespine. So I think I'm willing to just go Journey Below Dagger. It's upsetting. Or we'll just put something on the board. Let's just do this and maybe it will be a snipe. No snipe. Alright. And if this doesn't work out, if he doesn't trade because he has some way of dealing with this, such as... But at least the board should work. And now we'll see. If it's a freezing trap. Yeah, it's a freezing trap. Or a Venom Strike track. That is also okay. We get to kill that actually with the Shadow Blade. The problem, the enormous problem, is that we're going to fall behind so hard. So I'm willing to sacrifice this Vilespine to the... Even though the Shadow Blade would have been a much better choice here, I'm willing to sacrifice this just so I don't get super wrecked on tempo. Just have something on the board that this thing can trade with. Otherwise, if I only do the Shadow Blade, I need to take a ton of damage to the face. And against this Hunter, I'm far too scared. It's far too scared. So we're just going to play like this, and maybe the Abomination will save me a lot. That is very upsetting. But thankfully, we do have the Shadow Blade to dispatch that piece of garbage. Unfortunately, doesn't do much, so I guess an Abomination will get rid of it. And then we do the Shadow Blade plus nothing. Man, this is such an awkward situation. I'll just do Abomination. It's a straight trade, though, with that stupid freaking snake. Alternatively, there is the Prince Kaliseth. Just play him. That depresses me greatly, but I think it's what we need to do. He just attacks it with a freaking bow, though. One way or another, we're kind of screwed. Yeah, we'll do this, and then the Shadow Blade next turn. Hopefully, will combine with something. We can do Shadow Blade, Prince Kaliseth, Journey Below, or something like that. Something equally depressing. At the very least, this trades with a freaking snake, and then I get the option to destroy the 5/4. But this is looking very hairy right now. This is looking terrible. It's bad. It's really bad. But we do have the option to destroy that thing. Let's check out the Journey Below first. Moat Lurker or Aya. We kind of need the Moat Lurker to catch up. This is too slow. It's not going to happen fast enough. Moat Lurker is also super slow, but it does remove something from the board. Gotta do it.
Here we go.
That, and here's a 2/2 for you to murder. Betrayal's not in my hand. Boy, would I have loved Betrayal there. That would have been really, really good. That would have been the best draw, but we cannot choose. We cannot do anything. We can only carry on forward trying to get back on this board. If he has a whole bunch of tokens, maybe the Cult Apothecary can do something for us. If he has a one big minion, it gets Moat Lurkered just to delay the inevitable. I'm hoping that Prince Kaliseth takes a free hit here. He does not ignore it. If he ignores it because he has something even better in hand, or he has some kind of taunt, he's just going to go all face, and I don't blame him for it. I can heal 4. 8. That's about it. This is going to be the end. I can't believe we truly got to the end of... it was looking real good. It was looking fantastic. Not good enough.
Here we go.
We gotta kill these things. Yeah, and then he has the damage to destroy me. Well, that's too bad, I guess. There's a 4-win arena with this deck that was beautiful. That was just beautiful. I thought it was going places. But no, that is 12 damage on board. Stop masturbating, Magic Ship. And I'll see you in the next one, I suppose. Magic Ship. Oh, that makes me so super salty. I thought that we had a really good run, and then I just managed to lose disastrously. One of them, though, there was that game that it was full 5 mana cards in the entirety of the hand. So, not terribly to blame for that one, even though I did misplay a little bit. Golden. Nice. And an epic here. I like this card, but it's getting disenchanted for sure. We're going to the collection right now. So anyway, since this has been a very, very sad and pathetic and awful, awful episode, let's go to new stuff. A Crippler, you say? I guess we'll keep that. Unleash the Hounds, we'll keep that. I suppose these are all really, really terrible cards. Iron Crusader gets disenchanted. Go away, they're just common, so I'm not going to even go for it. A Golden Despicable Overlord gets disenchanted for sure, even though it's a fantastic card. This is a piece of garbage. Give me more Dust Forever. I'll keep the Mind Control tech, but this Snow Flipper Penguin can go F itself in the Arctic. There you go. Rune Forge Hunter, I have not even seen you before. This is trash. Just delete that garbage. More Bone Barons, not terribly excited about that. And here we have an epic that gets disenchanted. Even though it's a fun card that I would like to make a deck around, it's not going to get any kind of play for me. So anyway, let's make a new deck. And we're going to make a Priest deck. And we're going to make a Divine Spirit... No, Inner Spirit. Inner Spirit Priest. It is kind of depressing to resort to this combo. Oh, really? I have not the other... No, not disenchanted. I want to create it. Kind of depressing to resort to this combo. Inner Fire. Divine Spirit. But them's the breaks. Them's the breaks. I'm just going to load this up with this kind of deck. It's lots of cycle. Like, let's see. Draw. We need to craft. For sure, we need to craft Acolytes of Pain, which are common, and these are very much a standard card for many, many decks, so there is no shame in crafting that. It would be nice to have a Blood Mage Talnos, but, you know, we're broke, so that's not gonna happen. And now I'm just going to go through my collection, see what I add in there, and I'll show you the final result and talk about it a little bit. Alright, so this might be a complete disaster, but this is what is looking like. No big minions, nothing late game. It's all the one gimmick thing and drawing for that gimmick. It's kind of the same spirit as the other one. I was keeping, starting with a big board and keeping that board alive. Put the usual Northshire Cleric in there. Try to Inner Fire and Divine Spirit that, so for a super early win. 1 Shower Pain, 2 Spirit Lashes, both to activate the Acolytes of Pain and to get rid of aggro. 2 might be too much, I might just go down to 1. I'm going to test this deck for quite some time. This is, I very much doubt this is the final version, especially since we want those Priests of the Feast. for the entire of the week that I cannot record with commentary. I'll just test it out, do quests and all that good stuff. Let's go with Stonehill Defender because he sounds good to me, and he has high health. And usually taunt minions that you discover, they are very liable to have very high health. We might discover something incredible there. We can discover one of them weird statues, the 4-8 statues. Defender of Argus to... the Acolytes of Agony are the ones that are the most doubtful about. This is just a way to survive the aggro onslaught, really. And if we can taunt them up, and if we can actually make these into the big minions, they can win games all by themselves. That's the theory anyway. And then we have 1 Silence, 1 Mass Dispel, 1 Cabal Song Stealer for hopefully getting rid of whatever taunt is in the way when the combo comes up. This might not be the right choice because it's too much mana to be able to get rid of the taunt. And then a Power Shields, Power Tentacles is another way of getting the health up that I could not really come up with something better. I might simply put Shadow Reaper Anduin in there because I have it instead of the Power Tentacles. But let's try this out. Let's see how it works. It's probably going to be terrible, but especially now that it's, you know, rank played, rank 20. Right now, we are going into it's day 5 of the new season of the month. So it's likely that we're going to find some really stiff opposition. Still, though, we're going to try our bestest not to fail miserably. That was a beautiful burp that I have pressed against your ear. I hope that you appreciate it. So, I honestly don't really know what I want to keep. I don't know how to play this deck, honestly. I might keep Power Shield and Acolyte Pain. That sounds like we don't want to draw cards. That is the main thing we want to do. We want to draw many cards. That is not a good thing that I wanted in my hand. We want many cards. Here's one part of our combo. Many cards in hand so we can have all of the combo pieces, which is just 3. Spirit Lash. Hero Power Pass. That's the way that Priest does it. It's an Acolyte of Pain for you, Dark Grizzle. Hopefully you are a very low level rogue. No quest. That's good. Nobody's playing the quest since it got nerfed, I think. Well, this is an okay thing. I might want to wait for the Power Word Shield to go onto the Acolyte, but I'm okay with this. Normally, Rogue will not have 3 damage out of hand. Usually it's 2 damage, a lot of 2 damage attacks. Not so much 3 damage attacks out of hand, so he should get at least 2 cards out of that, and if it survives, Power Shield Inner Fire, go to face. That is a good strategy, as good as any. That is fine. The Inner Fire is not necessary just yet, but Spirit Lash is awesome. And in fact, yes, the Inner Fire is perfectly necessary right here. Let's draw a card. Ooh. Spirit Lash. Get rid of that garbage. Heal myself. Oh, fail. Quit life. I should have Inner Fired. That was silly. Well, we get to draw cards. I totally messed that one up. Already messing things up. We get to draw cards. That's okay. I'm okay with this. I have to be okay with it. Otherwise, you know, it's just suicide for me. So we did get to draw quite a few cards out of this. Did not accomplish much at all. We should have clearly Inner Fired before the Spirit Lash. Cut me some slack. This is all new to me, okay? It's not really all new. Like, I have played this kind of deck before a long time ago when the in fact, I think is the very first combo I tried to ever pull off. Made a Priest deck feeling all so clever. Like, man, if I use Divine Spirit with Inner Fire, that can get totally out of control. I'm totally gonna do it. That sounds amazing. So, do I want to get rid of that? Or do I want to simply put an Acolyte of Pain out? Acolyte of Agony. It's weird that they gave it such a similar name when they do such different things, but we're going to just get rid of that. Probably a bad idea to get rid of that so quickly. So, without thinking about it, probably it would have been better to Use the Shadow War Pain for a more worthy target. 3-4 taunt is not that bad of a target. Here's hoping that he does not go crazy on this Acolyte of Agony. That's okay. He has decided to destroy it. And I'm okay with that. Oh, jeez. I thought for sure that we would have the chance. We would have the chance to at least put something on or attack on it. But no, he got 0 damage done. Well, we have a lot. Here comes the Acolyte. I mean, the Northshire Cleric. With some power tentacles on it. Woof! He doesn't destroy it, he's dead. So, you know, here's hoping that he does not have an Assassinating Hand or a Vile Spine Slayer that we got ever so happy with in the arena and then failed miserably with in the arena. If Dark Grizzle does not touch the Acolyte, he's just dead in one hit. So, very fond of that prospect. It will be hilarious. It will be a beautiful success of our combo deck. I don't have that high hopes of that working out. But I would very much love for all of this to go face because he's like, man, what's the point? Ah, he got the Vile Spine. That sucks. But at least we do have Holy Novas here. We do have Holy Nova. We have the Defender of Argus. Yay. This will hold it tight a little bit. Just think, if he had not had that in hand, we would have won. So there's that. There's that idea planted in your head. We were not able to draw that many cards. We did get quite a few from Acolyte of Pain. This might just require more minions. It feels like the deck doesn't have enough minions and too much of everything else. Okay. Are you trying to humiliate me? Dark Grizzle. Actually, this is really not that bad. We can do another Holy Nova here and not care too much about what's happening. Not like I have much of a choice because my draws are sucking balls. Yeah, Stonehill Defender. Or we can just make it huge now. I think I'm going to hold back on that Stonehill. Because if we play in just one turn when there's not much on the board, we could win. Or, you know, get a giant taunt on the board, and then that will allow me to actually do a damn thing. For now, we're just going to Holy Nova this garbage. That's just 3 damage coming in. I can take it. I think we need to wait, and I think we need to maybe just play a little bit safer. He might have not wanted to throw his 3-1 into the Stonehill Defender. Okay. Well, we know now for sure that this Dire Grizzle deck is not top tier. He's using one of them Shamblers, but of course, you know... Actually, we can kill that now. Quickly running out of health, however. The more I draw, the more chances I have of surviving. I don't want to use one Divine Spirit. Like, we need to keep this combo going. If only I had one more mana, I could do Defender of Argus with the Acolyte of Pain. Let's just get rid of that. I guess we'll play the Stonehill Defender. I'm okay with this. In fact, we might play both. Okay. That's okay. That's alright. Yeah, we'll play both. Maybe shouldn't play the Acolyte on this kind of board, but hopefully we'll get protected by the Stonehill Defender. It will do its freaking job and defend the goddamn Acolyte of Pain so we can draw 20,000 cards out of this fool with the book and the stoned look in his face, like, oh, I don't even know where I'm at right now. Oh, jeez. That's okay, though, but he probably has more damage. Yup. Man, the Acolyte did not survive. At this point, though, I'm feeling desperate enough to throw out the Tortollan Shell Razor and buff it to hell. And if he has a direct removal, then we lose. I think I'll do the half measure here. I think I would rather do this. Kill self. It is possible he won't want to throw his elemental into that, and then if we get to buff that, we get to win. Of course, if he's an elemental rogue, probably has a blaze collar. Oh, that's good. That's great. That does nothing to the board. If this thing survives, we actually get a win. Not like we earned it, but, you know, it could work out. Don't attack it. Don't do anything to it. Oh, Dire Grizzle. Not like this. Not like this, Dire Grizzle. I am sorry. I'm so very sorry. Dire Grizzle. You have been bamboozled by Blarg. Super awesome inner fired thingamabobber. Well, I'm happy that that worked out the way it did. You know, not against the top tier deck, but that one win is going to drive me forward, and we'll see. We'll see how this works. I'll test it out through the week. I am done recording stuff for the day, so test it out through the week, get a bunch of quests done. Hopefully we can get to the 1400 gold, and that way we can get a Priest of the Feast into this deck. I don't know if I even want to commit to this. It's like it's a lame deck. Can it climb to legend? I don't think an Inner Spirit can climb to legend, but we can try our bestest. Hope that you enjoyed it. Hope that you like the shenanigans that are happening. Hope to see you in the next one. Until then, bamboozle the opponent until they're dead.